Let's try that again. Good morning, my friends. I am so glad that you are here today to come together and listen to what God has to say. Sometimes it can be really hard to listen for one voice when there is so much sound and distraction going on around us. This might even cause us to wonder, can God even hear me? Does he hear and answer my prayers? With so much going on and so many people talking to him, does he listen to me? Well, this morning, our Sunday school theme is God listens all the time. He can listen to everyone's prayers at once and know what we are saying. And he cares about what we're saying. He listens when we talk to him and listens to what we ask of him. So this morning, I'd like you to share with your family or those around you about a time when you really needed someone to listen. Maybe it was a time where you were sad or scared or just a time you needed someone to listen and be heard. So go ahead and take a few moments as a family and share with them that time where you were sad or scared or really just needed to know that you were being heard. And while you are sharing those things with your family, we'll just give you a little timer to share with those around you about a time you really needed to be heard. It's important to know that someone is listening to us. There are times when we are sad or afraid or scared, or maybe there's just times we're really excited and joyful. And it's good to know that in all of those times, there is someone who hears us. It's good to know there's someone that cares. Our God always listens and he always cares. When we're sad or excited or whatever we're facing, he always listens and is excited to hear from us. This morning, we are going to take a look at Psalm 76. In Psalm 16, it was written by David, somebody that was often kind of alone and on the run and by himself and faced times where he was sad and scared. And so he wrote Psalm 16 as a way to talk to God and be reminded that God hears us. So as we read Psalm 16 together, let's do it in a way to remind us that God hears us no matter what. So we're going to read Psalm 16 in a whisper. Keep me safe, oh God, for I have come to you for refuge. I said to the You are my master. Every good thing I have comes from you. The godly people in the land are my true. I take pleasure in them. Troubles multiply for those who chase after other gods. I will not take part in their sacrifices of blood, or even speak the names of their gods. Lord, you alone are my inheritance, my cup of blessing. Guard all that is mine. The land you have given me is a pleasant land. What a wonderful inheritance. I will bless the Lord and guide me. Even at night my heart instructs me. I know the Lord is always with me. I will not be shaken, for he is right beside me. No wonder my heart is glad, and I rejoice. My body rests in safety, for you will not leave my soul among the dead, or allow your Holy One to rot in the grave. You will show me the way of life, granting me the joy of your presence and the pleasure of living with you forever. What a great psalm and a great encouragement to know that God listens all the time. How does this psalm help you know that God is listening? You shared just a few minutes ago with your family about a time you really needed to know someone was listening. Maybe you were sad or scared or wanting comfort. And it's good to talk about those things. It's good to know that in every situation, the highs and the lows, that God is there listening all the time. In fact, he even hears the prayers we think and whisper in our head. He can always be with us and always hear us. Our theme verse for today comes from Matthew chapter 18, verse 20. And this also ties in with what we've been talking about today. And Matthew 18:20, our key verse and our memory verse, says this: For where 2 or 3 gather, less than 10 in today, where 2 or 3 gather together as my followers, I am there among them. It's a good thing to know that even when we can't gather as a big church with everybody here, whether we're with our family, with a couple of us at our house, or we're alone in our room, no matter anywhere that we are, as followers of God, God promises to be there with us and to listen to us. And so that can be a great comfort no matter what we're facing, the good and the bad. If your family is looking for a couple activities to try to maybe tie this in at home, I'd encourage you to tell a family story, round robin style. Have the first person in the family share 2 or 3 sentences and then stop. The next person in the family share the next 2 or 3 sentences in the story. This is a great way to practice listening and talking and really hearing what the person around us is saying. And is a great reminder that no matter what we're sharing, God listens to us. If you want to try a family craft project with some supplies you probably have on hand, we'd encourage you to get some regular school glue and a little bit of food coloring. Maybe pour your glue, squirt it into like a little disposable cup, and using either like a Q-tip or a paintbrush, mix in a couple drops of the food coloring into your glue and like stir it together. Or if your glue bottle's kind of at the end of its life and there's only a little bit left and you want to add your food coloring right to your bottle and close it up and shake it up, that could be a great way to do this too. Then using some hard plastic you probably already have on hand, like a report cover or the edge or bottom of a Rubbermaid container, use your new glue contraption with the food coloring mixed in to draw a shape. Make it a full shape, filling in all of the spots of it, and then let it sit for a few hours or maybe overnight so that the glue mixture can dry. Come back later and you can peel off the glue mixture off of the plastic, and they will make these kind of fun shapes. These are now window clings that you can use to hang in your front door, the glass front door in your house, or in your window. Or as you're taking a family walk, maybe you can leave one of these encouraging shapes on somebody else's front door or their window. This can serve as a great reminder of God's presence and his love being with us always, or as a way to remember that he always hears us. So try these fun activities at home with your family. You can also watch the email for some other ideas about how to tie this lesson in and have a little bit more detail. We are sorry we can't gather together in person, but we are so glad that as this morning's lesson taught us, God listens all the time and He is always with us. So until we can meet again, be blessed and remember how much God loves and listens. Bye, my friends.